This is a map that shows the impact of tariffs on farmers across the country. Hundreds of thousands of them work in industries that are impacted by tariffs. These are the states that voted for Trump, and you can see the overlap. China and Canada placed retaliatory tariffs focusing on the Midwest and the South, and that's intentional. This is meant to send a message to the president and apply pressure to Republicans who have to answer to their own constituents. Farming is an easy target because the United States exports more than $100 billion of agricultural goods each year. Let's look at where I'm from, Iowa. Iowa is a top producer of corn, it's a major producer of soybeans, which is a big export, and it's the second largest agricultural exporting state. The state's largest export market is Canada, and the fourth largest is China. For farmers, these kinds of export sales can determine whether they stay afloat. China and Canada place tariffs on corn, soybeans, and a list of other U.S. farm products. This makes it more expensive for buyers to purchase U.S. farm goods. That can make the buyers turn to cheaper products from Argentina or Brazil instead, and it's hard for U.S. farmers to get those markets back. Farmers have been the target of trade wars before, like in Trump's first term, when agricultural exports plummeted by more than $27 billion. The impact was so bad that the White House had to bail out farmers with subsidies of over $20 billion. Trump gave several buckets of payments to farmers in his first term, for the trade war, for pandemic assistance, and some said that was an effort to shore up their political support. Farmers are still a strong voting bloc for Trump. About 77% voted for President Trump. The trade war was painful for farmers the first time around, but this time it could be much worse because the tariffs are bigger, the retaliation is bigger, and the economy is feeling more brittle. Since the industries impacted will disproportionately affect his base, Trump has changed his tone on tariffs from this,
"Tariffs are going to make us rich as hell. It's going to bring our country's businesses back,"
to something a bit more realistic.
We may have short-term a little pain, and people understand that.
When you get into these tit-for-tat cycles of tariffs and retaliation, trade wars can spiral out of control, and that can have very painful consequences for farmers and other everyday Americans.